Welcome to day 16 of playing rapid chess every single day until I get a girlfriend. So I passed 2400, I played a few more games, and then I realized, man, this is one of the best games I've ever played if you look at the end game only. If you look at the opening and the middle game, it's not the best. I would argue, I wouldn't even argue, I would say it's probably my worst. But okay, at the black pieces again, 3 games in a row, 3 days in a row. So e4, c6, Caro-Kann, d4, d5, push, c5, the advanced variation, the capture, play knight c6, knight f3, bishop g4, bishop e5, and normally play e6 here, but I was like, let me capture, let me see what's going on. Because I normally play e6 here, but then I realized, what if this move? Because I haven't studied theory in a while, and I know it's a blunder, but like it was at 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm excusing myself from this mistake of the bishop f3, queen f3, e6. Okay, my position is terrible. After b4, it's completely terrible. But we keep on playing. I maneuver the knight, queen c7, and then we play chess, man. We just play chess. I capture the queen. I don't want to close my position down, especially when I can't even set up a minority attack here. My position is so bad. But I just develop all my pieces. I play the queen c7 to avoid knight d4 because knight d4 yarn is coming with tempo, so I play queen c7, a prophylaxis. Computer doesn't agree with me, but it's fine. And then I just played rook c8, rook a to c8 with intention of b6, and with captures, and I take here. I would leave the b6 pawn. I'll just capture the pawn on c2. After knight d4, I played a5. Then I played b6. They closed the position, and I allowed it. Therefore, I played queen b8. I want them to play b5 and close the position down because at this point I was fine with the draw. So they push. I go. I first play bishop c5. I want to improve the placement of my bishop, and then my opponent plays a4. They want to trade off bishops, but I'm like, no. I'm playing queen c7, and I want to go queen e7, and exactly that is what I did. Because now if they capture, I think I would have taken with the b pawn. Computer doesn't agree with me, but they say queen takes. Okay, could be alright. Fortunately, it didn't happen because I was gonna play b takes and somehow close the position down despite these passed pawns here. Okay, so then after they went back after I played queen e7, they went back to b2, bishop e2, and then I brought my rook to e8, rook c to e8. Now I'm basically preparing f6, but not so soon. As you can see, not so soon, not so quickly. I first go queen c7. I just want to see what my opponent is trying to do. I don't want to rush anything. I'm down a minute. So I'm kind of just taking my time trying to see what's going on. I'm down a pawn as well. So I'm fighting for survival here. Then they played this move. I went back to e7 and then they play knight g5. I'm like, it's time for f6. Takes, queen takes. I can't take with the pawn because then they can just capture the rook takes this position. I didn't like rook takes either here because like there's like this move c4. I didn't really like it. Then I'm gonna have to play d4 and lock my own bishop in, which I don't want to do. So after e takes, queen takes, I have pressure on c on your, I have pressure on f2, and then I also have the intention of playing e5, e4, knight f4, knight e5, and then yeah, my position is good. I like my position. Your computer says +2, but I like it. I like it. After queen f6, the knight went back, and then I played e5. They played rook to e2 with the intention of most likely doubling up along the e file after rook a to e1. So I kept pushing. I don't understand the computer suggestion of knight to f4 here. I understand you're attacking the rook, but the rook moves. Then what? So it's confusing. Maybe then you play e4, but it eventually transposes into that position after e4. So then I played e4 first, knight f4. I attacked the queen with bishop d6. Now I went knight f4. Okay. They went rook to d2. I planted my knight on d3 and they sacked. Reasonable sacrifice, but I think it was premature. The funny thing about it is I was hoping they would play rook f1 and then I would... Can I sack here? No, 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 yeah, there was this move. Just double attack. Threatening checkmate and threatening the rook. So that was a nice move. So my opponent played rook takes d3, capturing the knight. On d3 I took. They played knight back. I pushed the pawn because I saw something. I was seeing things here. I was like, what do you call it? I was on like, I was locked in. Because after knight takes, you sack the pawn, there's queen takes, and there's so much threats. You're threatening a checkmate, you're threatening the knight, the bishop is so strong, the rooks can come in, everything is working in my favor. So after d2, my opponent played rook d1. Whew, let me tell you how excited I got here. Because I sacked the rook. Rook e1. How long did I spend? Yo. Okay, I spent quite a bit of time, just less than a minute, but this was so beautiful because I was triple checking. Rook e1. Because, okay, if knight takes, which happened in the game, I'll analyze that last. If rook takes, and then this queen takes, you threatening checkmate, you threatening the knight, it's game over. It's simply game over. The knight has to come back, and then is it not just, yeah, check here and then bishop to c5, and it's chai. Game over. So then after rook e1, what if knight takes? If knight takes, then queen f2. But I really didn't analyze this move, knight g1, because well, it's simply queen f2 with threatening checkmate. Yeah. So you have to sack the queen, which is, that's why you don't play knight g1. But after rook e1, what happened in the game was knight takes. It's a free rook. I take the pawn, and here I was doubting my decision because of this check, which seemed like my opponent wouldn't play this check because I was banking on it. I was banking on this check because I was hoping they would not play knight f3. But then I realized I sacked the queen. Wow, really now I really sacked the queen because if knight takes, then this is checkmate. So my opponent didn't go for it because I did not see the check. I didn't see queen e1 check. I didn't see it in the game. I saw post analysis. So instead, my opponent played in this position. They played queen e6 check, and I got happy now because I'm like, well, it's checkmate. It's checkmate. So I went king h8. Then they brought the knight out. Then I sacked the rook, the other rook. Rook takes f3, because if in the game captures happened, but I was looking like there's no back rank. There's nothing. Yeah, I can block with the bishop. I can block with the rook. If I block with the bishop, it's fine. There's really nothing to worry about because if takes king rook g1, king g1, then I just pick up the rook with check, and man, this is winning. Oh, it's a draw. It's a draw. Wow. I thought I was winning in the game, so it's a good thing I didn't play it. But I had 4 minutes, so I most likely would have. I hope I would have double checked. I didn't see that was a draw. So I'm supposed to play rook f8. Everything is a learning experience, I guess. Yeah, indeed, indeed, indeed. Imagine I played rook f8. I would have never made this video. I probably would have because it's very instructional. But that's in the past. For now, it was a. It's good that I saw this now because I did not see it. This I did not see this in my analysis because I did not consider queen e8 check. I was like, okay, okay, I got very lucky. So rook takes f3, and after pawn takes, I played queen f3 check because I saw this checkmate with the bishop after queen here, and then this checkmate bishop takes e3. But the funny thing about it is, I missed checkmate in one. There's just queen takes h2 and it's checkmate, and I didn't see it. I was so focused on this bishop checkmate with the queen and the bishop. I just completely missed there's a battery on the long diagonal. But the win is a win. I got very lucky because I did not fully grasp how strong queen e8 check was.